Hello and good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Samuel, and I can welcome you to Edison Online Academy. I'll be taking you on AutoCAD tutorial. Today, we'll be looking at how to use the Polyline tool to draw lines. So, we'll be looking at how to use the Polyline tool to draw lines on AutoCAD. In one of our previous videos, we actually look at how to use the line tool to draw lines. Another tool that you can use on AutoCAD to draw lines is the Polyline tool. Is actually the Polyline tool. So today we will be looking at how to actually use the Polyline tool to draw lines. So right now we'll move over to the software environment. So let me quickly go to a new drawing. Okay, let me go to a new drawing right now. So I've already taught you how to locate your new drawing. So my window is all set. So these are my draw tools here. Well, these are my modify tools. In our previous video, I actually showed you how you could display these draw tools on the left-hand side and the modify tools on the right-hand side. So if you don't know how to display this, you can go ahead, go back to watch my previous video. Okay, so right now, this is my software. So my menu bar is displayed. Let me quickly set up my units. I'm going to be using unitless. So we're all set up there. Then I set up my limits. Our limits is we did a drawing area of length 150 and width 100. So I've already taught you in one of my videos, previous video, how to set limits. If you know you can't set limits, you can go back to watch one of my previous video on how you can actually set your limits. So our lower left hand corner, which we're asked to specify, is going to be 0, 0. Then we're asked to specify our upper right corner. The default here is 12,9, but we're not using 12,9. We're using 150, 100. So I've done that. Now I actually want to make my drawing area based on the limit I've set visible. So I'm going to draw a rectangle of length 150 and width 100. So how do I do that? I've already taught you in one of my previous video. I come here over to the rectangle tool. I click on the rectangle tool. I will click. It tells me to specify first corner point. My first corner point is going to be based on the lower left-hand corner of my limit. That is 0, 0. So I type 0, 0. This is my 0, 0, and I press enter. And it acknowledges it. It takes it. Okay. Next, it says to specify other corner point. That is my upper right hand corner of my limit. In this case, this is 150, 100. I type that, I press enter on my keyboard. And right now, this thing is visible, is now visible. My drawing area is now visible. Although it's not shown on the screen, how do I make it visible? I go to navigation bar. I locate zoom extent. This is my zoom extent here. I click on zoom extent, and this is the rectangle I've just drawn is now completely visible. Whenever you want what you've drawn, if it's not showing, if you want it to come to the screen, just left click on the zoom extent, and it's going to appear on the screen. Now, the ribbon is taking a large area of my screen. I want to minimize the ribbon. How do I do that? I'm going to come over here. I'll come here to this drop down arrow. There are two arrows here. One is pointing up, one is pointing down. The one on the right hand side, I click that. So the first option there, command I see is minimize to tab. I'm going to click minimize to tab. So now it has actually minimized my ribbon. My ribbon is no longer showing. So I have a large drawing area. Since actually my draw tools are here, I don't need the draw tools that were here in the ribbon for now. I don't need them. So I go ahead. I said we're going to make use of the Polyline tool. So where is the Polyline tool? We'll go to where we have our draw tools. The first thing we have here is a line. We have line. Okay, I want to change my theme. I want to make it brighter. This is a dark theme. I want a white theme. So what do? I'm going to go. So I'm going to type option. I type option. As I type option, I click, it appears, I click on it. And now I have this option. It said Windows elements are dark. I'm going to change it to light. Okay. Then for the drawing area, okay, let me just apply what I've done so that you quickly see it. Apply. So my Windows elements have been changed from the dark theme to a white one. Now I want to change the drawing area from the dark color to a white one. I click on colors here, this color. I left click on color. On left clicking, it brings out this. So I move towards the right. Yeah, the current color is black. I don't need black, I want white. So what do? I click on this drop down arrow and I locate white and I choose white. Okay. So on choosing white, I go to apply and close here. Click on apply and close. And here I click OK. And I now have the white drawing area. I don't need this grid. I'm going to take out this grid. I don't like the grid. I'm going to take out the grid. So where do I take out the grid? I come over here to the status bar. After model, the next thing I have there is grid mode. It is on. It is currently activated. So I'm going to click on it to turn it off. Now it is now turned off. So I'm set to begin right now. So where do I get my Polyline tool? I come over here to where I have the draw tools here. The first one I have is line. First one I have here is line. And over it, line appears. The third one here is Polyline. This is the one I'll be using to draw the lines today. So I come over here. So how do I make use of the Polyline? I'm going to left click on the Polyline on the tool. I click. It tells me P-line. P-line is short for Polyline. The poly has been replaced with P. So it tells me Polyline, specify start point. Start point is where do I want to commence my line from. So I go to anywhere on my screen. I want to commence my line from where my cursor is at the moment. So what do? I click there. I left click on that spot. It now tells me to specify next point. Okay, I move towards the right hand side and I'm okay with this length. I left click again to specify the next point. So it tells me to specify next point again. I want my line to end here. I don't want to keep on I don't want to specify anymore. Just want my line to end here. So what do? I go to the keyboard. On my keyboard, I press enter and my line terminates. I don't have any more command on my command line anymore. No more command is here. So I've drawn my line. I have my line displayed, the line I've drawn. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. So I go back to Polyline. I click on Polyline on the left-hand side where you see my cursor. Look at my command line. It tells me to specify start point. This is my start point. It tells you to specify next point. This is my next point. I want to end my line here. The command line is still telling me to specify next point, but I don't want to specify anymore. So what do? I press enter on my keyboard and it ends the line. It ends the command. Nothing is showing anymore on the command line. So this is my line. Okay, so I go over. How about if I want to keep on drawing the lines? So I go over here. I click on Polyline, specify start point. This is my start point. Specify next point. This is my next 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 point. Okay, I can take it to the end. I can move it back to the end. I keep it at the end. It still asks me to specify next point. I don't want to continue specifying next point. So I'm going to end here by pressing enter key on my keyboard. So the line actually terminates. Okay, how about if I want to draw a horizontal line or a vertical line? How do? When I was drawing lines, I actually showed you what you can do to draw horizontal and vertical lines. So I told you that you have to go to the status bar here and turn up auto mode. Auto mode is this symbol here. Auto mode. This is auto mode here. Auto mode. Here you have model, grid, snap mode, dynamic mode, input, dynamic mode. You might have it on, you might not have it displayed, but this is auto mode. It looks like a right-hand rule symbol. So for me to draw a horizontal line or a vertical line, this auto mode must be turned on. If not, if auto mode is off, I won't be able to get a perfect horizontal line or perfect vertical line. It will be impossible. But once I turn it on, AutoCAD will just take charge. Okay, so now I want to draw horizontal line and vertical line. So I turn this on. Okay, so now I go back to Polyline. This is Polyline, the third tool here. I click on it. It says specify start point. I want to draw a horizontal line. This is my start point here. I click, I left click. I am asked to specify next point. I move till I get to where I want to stop the line. And I click again. I don't want to keep on drawing. So what do? I press enter on my keyboard to terminate the command to end the line, and it's done. Now I want to draw a vertical one. The same way, I click on Polyline. This is my Polyline here. So what do? It says I should specify start point. This is my start point. I click here. What do? I go down to wherever I want the line to stop. When I get there, I am asked on the command line to specify the next point. So I click. I am asked to specify next point. I don't want to specify any more next point. I want to end my line there. So I click on enter and the line ends. The line ends that way. Okay? So the line actually ends. Okay, so I have actually ended the line. So now, so far, the lines we've drawn, we didn't specify the distance, we didn't specify the length. How about we're just freestyling? How about when you want to draw a line of a specific length? Let's assume you want to draw a line of length 10, length 20, length 50. How are you going to do it? Using the Polyline tool. The same way we did with when we're using lines, that's the same thing you're going to do. So right now, we are going to switch, erase all these lines that we have here. So I click on this right now. I click on this. I click on this. I click on this. I click on this. And I go to erase tool. My erase tool is a modified tool. So I have it on this right hand side. This is just the first tool we have here that looks like a pencil or so. On over and over that tool, my cursor, erase pops up. So before you can make erase, you have to select the object first of all. I've already selected the object that I want to erase. I want to erase all the lines I've drawn so far. So I select all the lines. I go to erase. I click on erase, and all the lines are actually selected. So I've actually taught you how to use the erase modify tool. Okay, so that is that right now. So what are we going to do next? What do we do next? What are we going to do? We actually want to draw a line of specific length. So let's take it that we want to draw an horizontal line of length 50. What do we do? An horizontal, using the polyline tool, an horizontal polyline. So you come to polyline over here. You click on polyline. I've clicked on polyline. What do I have on my command window? It says I should specify start point. I click anywhere on my screen inside my window. We put my drawing limits. I click anywhere. It says that on the command line, what do I have? It says I should specify next point. I don't want to specify next point. I want the length of my line to be 50 units long. So what do? I move in the direction in which I want my line to proceed. I move just a little in that direction. And what do I do next? I type 50. After typing 50, I press enter. And my line is actually drawn. But the line hasn't terminated yet. What do I do to terminate the line? I press enter. When I press enter, the line is actually terminated. The line is what? Actually terminated. Okay? So that is how to terminate your line after you've drawn them. Okay, so next, right now, I move over here. Again, I want to draw a vertical line. A vertical line. So what do? I come here. Anywhere on my screen, a vertical line of length 80. I click. Okay, before clicking, let me escape. For you to do away with the command, you have to press escape. So let's assume now the polyline command is already active, and maybe I discover I made a mistake. I have to clear away from that command line. How do I clear away? I press escape key. That will take it out of the command line. So right now I go back to polyline. I want to draw a vertical line of length 80. I am told to specify start point. I come to my screen. I click on my start point. I move down in the direction in which I want to draw the line. The length is going to be what? 80. So I type 80 and I press enter. And the line of length 80 is drawn. Okay. Let me assume I want to draw an inclined line of length 100. So the same process, I come here, then I am told to specify start point. I click my start point. Now the line is refusing to be inclined, is going horizontally and vertically. Why? Why is it going? It's just because of this auto mode, which I turn on. Once auto mode is on, you can only draw vertical lines and horizontal line. So for me to be able to draw a line that is inclined at an angle, I have to turn off auto mode. So I come over here, I turn off auto mode. Now I can actually incline my line. So I incline it to my desired angle, and I want the length to be 100. What do? I type in 100. I press enter, and the line is drawn. To terminate the command, I press, the command is still active. So to cancel the command, to make my line end, I press enter again, and the line is terminated. So this is how you can actually use the Polyline tool to draw lines on AutoCAD. I hope you actually had a wonderful time, that you actually understand how to use Polyline to draw lines. Okay, so please, I will implore you to stay tuned to watch out for our next video. Subscribe to our channel if you are not already subscribed. Like our video, drop your comments, and click on the bell icon so that you will always be notified whenever we upload any new video. Please just do that for us. Just do that little action for us. And I would like you to join us in our next class. Also, we have, apart from AutoCAD, we have a lot of other lessons that might be of interest to you. So if you have any questions, just drop your questions in the comment section, or you can WhatsApp me on +234 803829 5185. So I'll be signing off right now. Bye. We'll meet in our next tutorial.